Hey, what's up guys, Wadza here. We just finished playing the Battlefield 6 beta, and today's videos we are breaking down the top 10 biggest issues players are talking about. That's right, there's a lot of issues with this game, some things are like really frustrating, some things are like serious design flaws, and something that just, man, doesn't feel quite Battlefield-ish. So let's break it down into our top 10. So thank you guys for tuning in. Number 10. By the way, this is not specific order. I just decided to just put it in order, but anyways. So number 10 would be no onboarding or tutorial. So basically, man, there's no tutorials if you guys don't know how to fly jets. If you are not a veteran in the Battlefield, if you are a new player, let's say you're coming from Call of Duty and you want to try Battlefield and you want to fly something, there's no tutorials to teach you how to do things. If you play previous Battlefields, then it's okay with you and it's fun. But it's frustrating when you got new players and they're on your team, they're trying to fly or drive a tank or something. They don't know how to do it because it's so confusing. So that's the biggest issue. For a game so complex, that is just frustrating, So to me, it's the issue with new players. Yes, new players are welcome, always welcome, and we need these people to learn how to do things. We need make them easier, not easier to give them everything to them, but hey, this is how you drive the tank, or this is a sort of a tutorial for new beginners on how to do things. So that will be number 10. Number 9 will be sniper and map balance issues. Oh my goodness, this is a good one. So some of these maps are a sniper dream, that's for sure, man. I think it's Liberation Peak. That's a very frustrating map, and I have a love and hate, I think more than hate, relationship with the map right now. And it's just basically a long range shooting gallery, really. Very little cover, a lot of elevation advantages, and you just get destroyed by any angle, and from far away. Although you can see the snipers because of the ridiculously glint that they give out. I don't think it's all about like nerfing snipers. It's about designing maps that give all classes a chance to shine. So those two are just goes hand to hand, man. And it's always that issue, the sniper and map balancing issues. It's always going on. Maybe it's a difficult thing to do, but in Battlefield 6, that's something that they need to take care of. And we saw that, like I said, on Liberation Peak. It was just quite annoying, regardless of the mode, especially Conquest. But I did play some of the close quarters, and people just keep going up in every hill they could, and also putting the little barriers, and it was kind of annoying. So, all right, number 8. So Rush mode feels butchered. That's right, Rush is back. We love Rush. I love Rush in Battlefield 3. It was the best. Battlefield 4 was kind of like eh, but for me, Battlefield 3, it was just the best Rush mode ever. So it was on a 12 on the betas, 12v12 on maps that are too small and too linear. So once again, the map situation it's becoming an issue, in my opinion, for the game modes, for everything else. That's a huge problem, in my opinion. So there's almost like no space for flank or team tactics. So it's becoming too like Call of Duty-ish, in my opinion. And it lacks of that Battlefield sort of like tactical game where you get the big maps and you have to figure out how to get here, how to get there. So it's not all about choke points, it's all about, or grenade spawns. Grenade spams, or repeated respawns. It's just about classic Rush, the tension, the flow, the chaos, the kind of like step backward. This is what they did. It's a step backward to what they've done in the past. Number 7, weak vehicle gameplay. Some of the vehicles sometimes feel like super kind of powered, and most of the times they felt like very weak. I was not dying really quick when they were shooting at me. So it's a clear situation with the vehicles in the Battlefield, and it can be a game changer for good or for bad. If it's too good, then you can destroy them. Like something happened recently, Battlefield 5, just sometimes it took forever. And the other issue was like tanks were a little sluggish, and jet controls are awkward, and splash damage was weird. So they definitely need to work on that ASAP, because that's a big issue. That's a core of Battlefield, you know, tanks. Broken or placeholder UI features. So the UI is rough. I know, it's not done yet. I know it's a beta, and I like the fact that we get to point things out. So hopefully in about 2 months when the game releases, we get to enjoy a better game. See, I did not like, yeah, the menu design. You know, it's got the like Netflix style, which I wasn't like I wasn't very happy about it. You know, we need more clean and functional UI. Something that works, in my opinion. So number 5, poor visibility and inconsistent audio. Oh, man, audio was just like non-existent. I could not hear any footsteps when I was playing those close quarter maps. It was just no sounds whatsoever. The visibility was not great. It's easy to get ambushed, and there's really not what's the point having, you know, headsets if you can't hear anybody that's coming towards you. It's just like you cannot rely on audio. Number 4 is weapon and gadget balance is off, and we experienced that. I mean, shotgun is always the issue with a gun, which is okay. You know, it's a beta. We get to point things out, and that's the point of it, right? Try things out, maps, weapons, and whatnot. See what's broken. See what needs to be fixed. What needs to be nerfed, or just give a little boost. But anyways, the shotguns are too powerful, and you know, engineers running around with dual launchers, it's just unacceptable. Some of the class gadgets are super strong, while others like feels like useless. It's not so much about OP weapons, it's just about like finding, you know, a full tuning for all the weapons. And I know this could take a while, and it took them a while for Battlefield 5, but once they nailed it, all the guns were like really good, and it's just fun to play. Number 3, terrible map design. My goodness, this map in particular, Iberian Offensive, or whatever the name was in this map that I'm playing right now. I think it's almost, it wanted to be parts of it like Devastation from, you know, Battlefield 5, but it was just not good in my opinion. And for the most part, might be the most disappointing part of everything in the beta. The map design, they felt too small, too linear, just straight up awkward to play in my opinion. It was just not good. There's no room for flanking, no sandbox chaos, you know. Everything was too predictable, and none of these, you know, classic Battlefield maps were involved in the map design. It's trying to be a little too Call of Duty in my opinion. So I really wish it was more like Battlefield 5. They had like perfect map design. So anyway, so to me that one, it's a big one. So number 2, because some performance problems on PC and console. Starting, some of you guys on PC with high-end rigs were having issues, the bottlenecked by the CPU. GPUs were not really used that much. There's a lot of issues, you know. On console we had some stutters and some big drops, you know, during big moments where like firefights felt unstable, and during the second weekend, you know, DLSS was removed for some reason, and that hurt performance. So I felt like the first weekend was better than weekend 2. Weekend 2 felt like terrible. And number 1, oh my friends, number 1, time to kill is broken. That's right. This is the big one, man. The time to kill is just too fast. It just felt like you just get deleted in one single frame, and people calling the super bullet. I know that's what it felt like, super bullet. It was just, I don't know if it's a poor netcode, bad hit reg, or server desync. I don't know what the case may be, but I was being outplayed by anyone, and you're dead before you can even, you know, blink. It was not quite there. So although there's more issues, which we'll be talking in a future video, this is my top 10 that need to be resolved like ASAP to make the game more fun, more variable, and some of these can be fixed, I hopefully, or others may take full rework. Either way, DICE has a lot of feedback right now and a lot to work before launch. Thank you for watching. My name is Wildchild, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Alright, later.